Ukraine is a country in Central Eastern Europe that has the largest territory among all European countries, occupying almost 6% of the whole European area. Nearly 43 million people live in Ukraine. After declaration of independence in 1991, Ukraine, as well as other post-Soviet countries, was facing a serious economic crisis resulting from the collapse of the Soviet command economy. At the same time, a great number of private enterprises were set up in the territory of the young independent state, which succeeded in launching high-quality, competitive domestic production. Scientific and Production Association PRAKTIKA was one of them. It is the company that for over 20 years has been holding leadership positions among security appliances producers. Company's success would not have been possible without its specialists, who not only manage to implement complex technical solutions efficiently, but also are the first to develop them in Ukraine. Company's activities begin with the production of banking equipment, safes, security doors, currency exchange offices, bank vaults, server rooms, entrance rooms, cashier's offices, cash operating units, all these being the company's first steps. Being a true leader, PRAKTIKA decided to expand its production capacities, and after 5 years of its foundation, the company launched manufacturing of armored vehicles, first CIT vehicles and then VIP cars. Winning the tender on supplying over 1,000 units of emergency medical vehicles as a part of a government program of medical vehicles procurement proved to be another challenge to company specialists. Scaling production of medical vehicles to 15 units per day was an unprecedented volume not only in Ukraine, but also in the world. With such production potential and capacities, PRAKTIKA could not remain uninvolved when a war broke out in Ukraine. The task has been clearly set to the company specialists to refocus quickly and efficiently on military production. As a result, only a few months later, PRAKTIKA presented a product range able to meet the needs of the Ukrainian army. One of the latest and significant developments is a line of light tactical vehicles called Kozak. These cars serve the purpose of conducting military operations entirely. Their main advantages are modularity, mobility, lightweight, and a high level of safety. Basic production material is special finish armor steel with such hardness for deforming a bullet, but without spalling and so-called armor fragmentation. Such components can also stop bullets produced by SPA PRAKTIKA itself. Tests demonstrated that these bulletproof multiple glazed units withstand at least 3 hits on the hypothetical triangle with a sight 125 mm. It is also important that glass is placed in special frames, which allow to change quickly a multiple glazed unit in the field conditions. Mine countermeasure is ensured by several technical solutions. Firstly, anti-blast V-shaped bottom. It cuts and baffles a blast wave that significantly decreases its influence on the car hull. Moreover, seats for soldiers are attached directly to the top. Thus, in case of explosion, the impact of blast wave energy on the crew is reduced, since they do not have a direct attachment to the floor. A floor has a multi-layer structure, preventing the fragments from penetrating to the crew unit. The vehicle is also equipped with a fire potential. On the top of Kozak, there is a roof insert with a bracket for weapons. This bracket can be used for machine gun or grenade machine gun installation. There are firing ports on the sides and behind for responding to shooting with hand weapons. Kozak can carry together 15 crew members. This vehicle is the second representative of the multi-purpose tactical vehicles Kozak. Its previous model was developed by SPA PRAKTIKA specialists in 2009. This vehicle incorporates three important characteristics: cornering ability, safety, and modularity. 7-tonnes vehicle has an engine with a capacity of 176 horsepower, can pull a 4-ton trailer and go up 35 degrees angle hills. Hull of the vehicle consists of 3 separate units: crew units, engine units, and cargo units. Depending on the modification, the vehicle can perform various combat tasks: casualty evacuation, reconnaissance, patrol, field coordination of actions, ammunition advance. The following technical solutions were implemented to ensure maximum protection of the crew, in particular V-shaped bottom for cutting a blast wave, bulletproof glass with polycarbonate fragmentation protective layer, special anthropometric seats that do not have a direct attachment to the floor, and a hull welded from 5mm wide Swedish steel. Such armor withstands AK-74, AKM, and Dragunov sniper rifle bullets. This vehicle, for example, can carry together 23 soldiers. It is an armored transport vehicle on crash chassis and also a multiple-purpose all-wheel drive cross-country vehicle. It can deliver a crew to the place of destination in time, regardless road conditions. A car has an armored cab, engine units, batteries, fuel tanks, and receiver's block, and there is an armored shelter for the crew. Such shelter has walls with extra fragmentation protective lining and special fragmentation protective floor. In case of mine explosion, crash height will attenuate blast wave energy, and the floor will protect against fragmentation. Shelter is also additionally equipped with lighting, heater, and filter installation with exhaust system for powder gases. There are roof inserts for ventilation and evacuation. There are firing ports to conduct shooting on the shelter sides and behind, with bulletproof windows above them. Company specialists are able to produce similar armored vehicle on KAMAZ chassis. Fort on the Wheels is the name of the vehicle, designed to transport combat units consisting of up to 19 persons. Basic protective measures and fire potential functions are identical to the armored KRAZes and KAMAZes. A line of PRAKTIKA SPA armored vehicles is completed with pickups or machine gun carriers. Kyiv-based specialists have been producing such vehicles on Toyota Hilux or Ford chassis more than 1 year. Kazakh has armored interior and engine units, and there is a perimeter protection installed in cargo units. The vehicle is also equipped with a special ram bumper and slewable rack for weapons. There is a bracket and armored shield installed on the rack for automatic guns, which protects a shooter from front sector fire. The main purpose of such cars is to carry out spontaneous and fast attacks on enemies and a part of tactical response team. They can also be used for reconnaissance and patrolling purposes. Military Sabers is a name given to this vehicle by Ukrainian soldiers. Armored casualty evacuation vehicles manufactured by PRAKTIKA are able to transport up to 8 easily injured soldiers or 4 wounded soldiers on stretchers. There is an area for provision of medical assistance inside the vehicle with the required number of medical equipment. The vehicle has been designed to carry away casualties and transport them to a field hospital. An armored protection of the third level provides safety against shooting from Kalashnikov. A bottom of the capsule or cab for transportation of casualties is also armored, ensuring safety for soldiers against mine explosion. A floor is covered with a special material that is anti-static and anti-slipping. Mobile surgery block for a field hospital is intended for provided medical care and conducting surgery in the field conditions. This block appeared during militarization production that was mastered by PRAKTIKA before the war in Ukraine. A block is made on the basis of standard C containers, ensuring its mobility. Hull walls have an armored protection with a special fragmentation protective lining. There is a surgery unit, entrance hall and utility room inside. A surgery unit is equipped with a surgery table, table for surgical instruments, medical equipment support, special medical shadowless lighting, gas port with oxygen valve, and an instrument sterilizer. The following construction armored headquarters unit is equipped with professional equipment but of another type. Its major purpose is to conduct conferences and coordination of combat units in the field conditions. Therefore, such unit is equipped with radio communication and satellite video communication systems. All models have commutators to switch between different channels and power filter to secure information against unauthorized readouts. There is a conference table, chairs and LCD screen for video conferencing inside with working places for operators. Staff vehicle on the basis of KAMAZ chassis has a simpler extent of delivery but similar scope of tasks. Its main task is to conduct operational conferences. Video terminal allows to organize video conferencing with main headquarters. Security appliances are at the end of PRAKTIKA SPA military products line. First of all, it is additional protection for armored personnel carriers. This relates to multiple glazed units and sled armors. Such armor can protect a vehicle and the crew against shaped charge projectiles. When a low projectile hits the grid, it explodes directly on its surface, that is, at a distance from the armor, due to which the armor protection damage is minimized. Among 10 test constructions developed by PRAKTIKA specialists, the best results were demonstrated by this double grid. Reliability is only one of these advantages. Another and not less important feature is modularity. Notably, grid is attached of the APC with the help of special bolts and not welding seams. This allows to reduce assembly time and also to ensure that the grid will not fall while driving on rough roads. Modernization of APC's BTR 7080 series is based not only on sled armor installation, but also special armored multiple glazed units. Armored glass consists of many layers. A base is simple glass sheets that are combined between each other with a special film. Such film not only combines sheets of glass but also absorbs energy. In case of bullet hits on the glass, energy is dissipated between layers and absorbed by the film. Windows with the same glass are also installed at checkpoints and other developments of Kyiv-based specialists. Walls and roofs of such constructions are made of armored steel with a fragmentation protective lining. Noise and heat insulation is used to provide comfort, and the floor has high refuge insulation and winterization. There is a heater, ventilation, standby supply electrosystem, lighting with several light modes and radio communication systems inside. In case of heavy artillery fire, a bomb shelter can be set up under the checkpoints. PRAKTIKA SPA's productions line of security appliances is completed with modular vests. In addition to vest modules, chest or back ones, there are additional modules such as shoulder pieces, sleeves, shoulder blade pieces, collars, waist module with pockets, side protection, grout pad. Chest and back pieces have production elements which are made of armored steel with a special anti-rebounding layer that stops so-called secondary fragmentations, created as a result of a bullet crushing when hitting the armored steel layer. A vest also has a damping support that amortizes a hit and minimizes a membranous injury. Outer layer is a special durable nylon fabric. For almost 20 years, Scientific and Production Association PRAKTIKA has been demonstrated high quality of its products and reliable cooperation not only in Ukraine but all over the world. Company's management is using its best endeavors to maintain such standards, and development, expansion, progress, and learning have become the main guiding principles for each employee of this Ukrainian enterprise.